My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey, folks, welcome back. Today, zooming in from Arkansas, we have a very successful and busy real estate entrepreneur because Dr. Adebayo Fasanya is not only a syndicator, but he is also a medical doctor. And we're going to be talking about how you juggle everything with being a medical professional and real estate investing at the same time. So, Bayo, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So can you give us a big picture overview of what does real estate investing look like for you right now, the end of 2024?
Thanks, Dave, for the question. So, everyone, as long as you're living in the US, even any part of the world, you should have seen the market cycle has changed in the past, 2 years, right? At one point, everyone is bidding for your property, and you can sell it for 30% above asking. And then the next minute, you're trying to find anybody to buy. So, so that's a very big switch. Also, the big increase in interest rate that we all have to deal with.
Yeah.
So we had to, we slowed down a little bit this year. We've only done 2 deals this year. We put pencil down in a way, not completely down. We all continue to analyze deals, but we're not, pushing it too much until we see how this whole political and all the arena. It's a little bit better now that we know what's going to happen a little bit more. And also we're on with the interest rate start to go down, and I think it's either going to hold steady or go down. So we can better plan better now. So yeah, so right now, probably say it's slowish. This year, we didn't do any deals until June, and then we closed a 405 units in June, and we closed another 129 units, 128 units in August. And
Wow,
that's it.
that's great.
So
So how
now we're doing
many units do you have in the portfolio right now?
we have over 1,800 units currently of multifamily. We don't only do multifamily, we do any real assets. So we do self-storages. We have about 6 of those. We have 3 offices, 6 warehouses, 2 luxury senior living, and we have 1 boat storage, and we do oil and gas deals also.
Very
So
nice. So are you a general partner in all of these deals or a limited partner? How does that work for you?
So I'm an operator, and I'm also a investor relations officer. So in the beginning, in some deals, I would just be an investor relations. But then because of my high net, not super high, but higher, enough net worth and income, I'm able to KP for some deals. So I'm almost always, there's only probably 2 or 3 deals now that I'm only limited partner on. And those are usually just to lend, either my mentees, my mentor, I'd still invest in those once in a while. But I'm going to say more than 90% of my investment is a deal which I play a critical role in the deal.
So you're a very busy person being a medical professional, a doctor. How do you juggle all of this at the same time? Because it sounds like, especially if you're doing investor relations, that can be a lot of work.
It is. So, that's actually one of the most common questions, and one of the reasons why people get interested, to chat. The most important part really is time management, number one. Number two is knowing how to utilize other people effectively. So my goal I do have like you said, I am a physician, a pulmonary critical care physician. So I make decent money. I
Mm.
have some deals, 62 units of my own, which I personally own. So those are producing some passive income. I have some sales syndication producing passive income. So my goal is more of expansion.
Mm.
So whenever I got enough to hire a virtual assistant, I hired one, right? The first one,
Nice.
executive assistant. So that one took off many of the administrative tasks off my hand. Then he started hiring social media coordinator. So now I have people that help me with my posting, helping me with things, so that also took a big out of my plate. Now we have underwriters. So now we have an acquisition manager now who basically go through all the analysis and everything, talk to the VAs and put it in paper, go through 100 deals, finally send me like five that looks good enough. And I just
Mm.
go take a look at all of them and I say, this one. So that's my main job now. But it did not start like that. It did
No,
not start that way.
don't imagine.
It started with me doing everything. Before I
Yeah.
would come home from work at 5, 6. Then I would analyze deal till like 9. Then I call people that are still awake, so I'll call people first, analyze deals like till midnight or 2 a.m. and then wake
Wow.
up at 6. So there's no substitute for the grunt, at least in the beginning. But you have to have your goal that the first 100K I make, I'm gonna hire this. The next 100K, I'm gonna hire that. So
Right.
it's not, so that's what I've been doing. And so far, right now, I have a decent team that I trust, and they're reliable. So that's what it is. I still
Very
work
good.
and I enjoy the work too. I enjoy, the long hours. I actually a workaholic by nature.
Yeah. No, it sounds like it. So, what do you think that you and your team do differently or maybe even better than some other syndicators when it either comes to finding opportunities or analyzing deals or operating deals or raising capital? What's kind of your specialty amongst all of that?
I think first of all, my background is mathematics. So, very good with statistics, analyzing. And I also own personal property. So I have a 62 unit of my own. I also have a boat storage of my own. And I have self-storage where I own like 70% of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've done it. So, which means I'm coming. And also when I was in the residency and fellowship, I was investing as limited partner all those years.
Okay.
So I'm able to bring perspective of both the general partner and limited partner into the deal. I have the analytical, brain, even though I don't want to do the actual analysis, as much except that when it comes to the end stage, I would have to take a look at it. So I
Yeah.
think it gives us an edge. And also the team, the combination of we have a commercial broker who is my acquisition manager. So he doubled up as that, right? And then we have management, some company that we partner with that also help with due diligence. So I think it's just about the team and the fact that we also our goal is different than many people's goal. Our goal is just to increase financial literacy among physicians.
Mm.
It's a personal vendetta, really, for us to make sure that we can give them a taste of, you know, what the other like Wall Street, I guess, get. So
Yeah. So your main focus for bringing on limited partners are other doctors. Is that what I'm understanding?
yes, that's
Yeah.
also good. Having a niche helps a lot
Yeah,
because,
for sure.
we have the
Being
same
one,
thing.
being one that walks the walk and talks the talk makes it a lot easier as well. So, how many doctors do you have as limited partners at this time?
I probably say like maybe 250 that I've
Wow.
invested before.
Yeah.
Now we have about 3,000, between 3,000 to 4,000 people on our email list,
Okay. Good.
obviously. So some, I have a WhatsApp group. If
Mhm.
you've invested with me before, you join my WhatsApp group. So we can talk we've been talking for like 5 years. in the group where everybody just be texting and talking and chatting and saying whatever, you know. So
Hmm.
that's kind of bring them closer. And anytime there's a deal, there's a webinar, I text that group first.
Uh-huh.
And if it's a small deal, I can raise everything from there. So
Hmm.
that's where there's about 250 people there now, right?
Very nice.
And then if I can't finish the raise, then I will email the whole group. And if I can't finish the raise, we continue to send emails and, catch as many as possible over time,
Yeah.
maybe 2 months. But we still run some ads and also try to catch some people there too. So I do have people that screen, you know, leads and, you know, at the end of the day, when they're ready, they get to me and I talk to them. So yeah, so we have
Uh-huh.
a system in place.
Yeah, you've got lots of systems in place. What do you find works best for you these days, doctor, for finding these deals? I know you've got a person that kind of analyzes them and takes the first look at them and then passes them on to you if they look good. But what are you doing for lead generation for deals?
So I do have my acquisition manager is the number one in this area in terms of commercial properties, like multifamily. He knows any transaction, he knows it. Oh yeah, that one trade hands. That one's going to trade hands. Mostly off market. There are
Mm,
some deals we've been working on for like the past like 2, 3 years. We've been talking to the owner, you know, absentee owners. We use list source
hmm.
is the main thing. So list source, you can find the owner of every single property in the area. So now it's just a matter of getting all your virtual assistant to categorize them, call them, and basically until you generate a good number of ones that are like, okay, the owner lives in California, and then it's getting run down a little bit. Well, do you want to sell?
Uh,
So that's it. All the deals are out of market.
interesting.
Yes. And
So
then
you really don't deal with brokers then?
no, because he's already a broker by himself. So
Hmm.
he find a way to get it.
Yeah.
Um, and it's part of the team. So he has something to gain from it. We are aligned.
Yeah.
Other people
Definitely.
bring this to us too. And then uh, this year, I've actually done that. All the two deals I have this year, both of them were brought to us.
Mm,
So other
interesting.
people, they'll be like, okay, you want to be a sponsor? Or depending on how much you're trying to raise, right? Somebody's trying to raise $5 million, and we were able to raise like 2.2 or so. So, and then I was KP, I stood for the loan. I signed for the Freddie Mae, because I have more than 1,000 units. I'm
Hmm.
able to get the loan assumption. So that put me front and center. So basically became the manager of the deal, even though the
Nice.
deal was brought by another syndicator.
I see. You partnered with somebody, so you're kind of co-GPs on that one.
Yeah, you code GP, but not just regular code GP because I
Yeah,
was
you're
doing
the
that before and
KP.
I didn't like it, where you just be fund basically investor relations only. No, but if you stand on the lawn, investor relations, analyze the deal. So I'm like probably about 40% of the GP.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that makes sense. So what are some, I mean, you've gone through some challenging times over the last few years with everybody in the syndication space. Any big lessons that you've learned through that whole experience?
A lot of lessons.
Yeah.
um, I mean, just depend on what angle you want to take a look at it. On the personal property level, one is to basically hire based on competency and competency alone. You know, I have few friends, you know, I, I think it's very difficult for you to not do that. I will
Yeah.
say, tell you, I can renovate, they did renovate, but but I could have just done it with my regular professional team, but I felt like, man, let me just try this guy out. It was a 10 unit of my own. And I said, but then it messed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So it was delayed. So, it still turned out well, but that's just something that I wish I had just done with my regular, would have done in 3 months or 6 months instead of like 1 year.
Instead
And
of trying to help a friend out, just go with what you know.
yeah, don't go with what you know. Don't go with the cheapest.
Mm.
Um, another thing, same line of problem, and I know that's my major issue, and I fixed it. So another one was with the bank. We had a deal in 2022, which we actually already raised all the money. Everything was set to go. But that was when the interest rate was being raised. So
Yeah.
we thought we locked it down. But this is a new bank I was working with. My
Oh,
regular bank, I had better relationship, but they were going to give me a rate of like, I think 6% at the time. And this number might not be all 100% accurate, but I'm just by the distance. Maybe they
mm.
were trying to give me like maybe 6%. And then I found a bank that wanted to give me 5.5. Then I was like, oh, this new bank 5.5, numbers work better.
Yeah.
Then I was going to try them. And, everything was working well until it's time to close the deal. But by the time it's closed the deal, they told me, it's no longer, they would do the final meeting, and now it's going to be 7.5
Oh,
or something like that.
yeah.
So, anyways, I have to put my tail between my legs and wire back all the money to the investors because at the end of
Ooh.
the day, I, you know, it won't work as well. You're still gonna do maybe IRR instead of IRR of like 18%, maybe you now be like 14% or
Yeah.
13. It's still not the worst thing in the world, but as a matter of principle, and also for being transparency and honest with the investor, I returned the money. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
it dragged me back a little bit, but eventually I was happy with my decision that I did not go with something, because of that. But the truth is, the other bank, I know the manager. We go to the same school, like our kids go to the same school, and I know I will be able to talk to him like, I'm sure you lock it down. I mean, come on,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But instead, they kind of switched on me last minute. Anyway, so
Yeah. And you're not I've heard that story over and over and over again. It's so frustrating. Yeah. No, that,
it is, but the same thing. I think, main thing, just know that, we're all emotional human beings at the end of the day.
mhm.
Sometimes you go outside of your principle and and your guideline and you pay for it.
Yeah.
Um, so that's two things, and also getting mentorship. I mean, obviously I have mentors and I get, even after I branch off, do my own thing.
Mhm.
Because I was raising for him for a while, and then I branch off, but I learned quickly to always go back. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey, can you take a look at this for me?
Yeah.
So just to make sure that you don't just, be like, oh, I'm independent now. I can do
Mm.
this. That you always know that people that are before you, they can see, um, they can see some of the holes, because he's gone through 2008. I
Oh,
did.
okay. Yeah, he's got
Right.
lots of cycles he's gone through.
Yeah.
So what are the plans for the new year? We're almost wrapping up 2024. Where do you see things going for you in 2025?
So 2025, I think we're going to get back our pen. We're going to start, be more aggressive again. Um, because of there's a few laws that might, not a political talk, but few laws that might benefit real estate in terms of depreciation, possibly roll back to 100%. And, so so that might be, create another tailwind, and
Mm.
interest rate probably down more. So, we feel good about it.
Good.
We also believe that it's going to be oversupply in the next 2 years. And then after that, then there will be um, low supply again because all of last in Houston, we were looking, there's not a lot of permits given in end of 2023, and this year
Mm.
because most people are uncertain the cost of building, so there's not a lot of permits, which is going to hurt.
Yeah, definitely.
So the permits are just getting started again. So if you
Mm.
start building in 2025, so you're going to be ready in maybe like 3 or maybe 4 years, like in full force. So anyways, so. I think it's a good time to start back. Um,
Yeah, so you're going to get back into aggressive acquisition mode, looking
yeah.
at a lot more deals. Well, that's exciting stuff. Well, Dr. Fasanya, time flies when we're having fun. if people would like to connect with you and find out more about what you're up to, where can they go?
The best place will be LinkedIn. I'm very, very active on LinkedIn. I post at least 5 times a week, try to educate or, inspire other people to do what I do, you know, and also try to seek life of financial independence, you know. So a part of the FIRE movement, financial independence for sure. You may decide not to retire early, but that's your choice.
Yeah.
Um, so LinkedIn is, and then through that, you can also find us. We are on YouTube. You can find all of our webinars on YouTube on different asset classes. We do webinars every 2 weeks. So you can join our investment club through our website, drbdz.com. So just
Very
type
good.
Dr. BDZ on my name, Adebayo Fasanya, you'll find us.
You're easy to find. Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much for being on the show and congratulations on your success. And I hope you have a fantastic 2025.
Thank you very much, Dave. I appreciate the invite.
Uh, all right, everybody, take care and we'll see you on the next episode. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.